My favorite couple, they are the greatest couple in Dragon Ball history, and here's why. All of these different relationships we can talk about, there's this or there's that aspect of here and everything, but with Gohan and Videl, I think it's the best romance Toriyama's ever written. And if anybody knows, heard the interviews, Toriyama says himself that he's not good at romance, but I mean, what can you say about this relationship? I mean, think about Videl was so, like, you know, really pushy and everything, and borderline, didn't even respect Gohan, that he wanted to keep his secret safe. She blackmailed him into the tournament early on, but you see as she became more and more in love with Gohan, she changed into like just the sweetest person. And that's what I really like about Gohan and Videl's whole relationship, is not just that they're sweet, but they really have each other's backs. I talked about earlier is that Gohan definitely exceeded his parents. You know, you think about Chichi being this overbearing mother. I don't see Gohan being that way with Pan. Case in point, just look at the end of Dragon Ball Z. He's letting Pan be free and train with her grandfather. When we see Gohan at that age, Bulma's asking, what do you want to be? A scholar, because my mom says I want to be a scholar or whatever. So it's like Gohan gives her more freedom, and even though it's not a part of the official continuity in Dragon Ball GT, it looked like even Gohan still let his daughter be free and everything and stuff like that. And then when you look at Videl, you know, I do miss what Videl was. She was such an awesome character from a fighting standpoint. Even though she got the crap beat out of her by Spokovich, she kept going ahead fighting and stuff. So it would have been nice to see that that dynamic continue with Videl. But like I said, she became this sweet person. Some of the episodes in Dragon Ball Super I thought really added to this is when I believe Mr. Satan and Gohan are being reckless with Pan, and Chi-Chi ends up going ahead and taking Pan away from them, and then Mr. Satan and Chi-Chi end up getting into this back and forth about what Pan's gonna be like, I guess how she would be raised or something, and it eventually ends up to where Pan and Videl are locked in a room with Chi-Chi and eventually Bulma, and they both are asking her, well, what do you want Pan to be? And Videl's like, hey, I appreciate it. You know, she appreciates the advice that she's getting from her family and friends, but she's like, you know, hey, she wants Pan to grow up the way she wants to, you know, as opposed to what her parents or even the grandparents here would want her to be. And I love that, because they both want to take on this new responsibility as parents together. They know there's going to be ups and downs, but the main thing is they wanted to do it together. And I love that aspect. Another great episode that I thought they did in Dragon Ball Super is when the guy tries to set up Gohan and have the actress kiss him, and then he takes a photo and says basically, oh, look at this, basically your husband is cheating, which was very out of this world for Dragon Ball. I'm like, wow, I've never thought I see a cheating storyline in Dragon Ball, right? But you bring that in there, and when he sends it to Videl, I already imagine most of the times like, uh-oh, this is it for Gohan. And the first thing Videl does, she gets in that guy's face, takes the basically rips up the photo, and she tells him like, oh no, she knows her husband. She know that if there's a reason he's in the photo, it must be a good reason. Like, who are you to be coming here messing with people's marriages and all that stuff and everything? And you know, I feel like us as the audience were with Videl, because we know Gohan, the type of person he is. He can be naive at some points like his father, but we know his heart is completely pure. He's pure of heart, and Videl knows that, and that is the strong love that she has for Gohan. Shout out again to Geekdom 101 when he reviewed that episode. He was like, yo, Videl's a good woman, yo. She knows her husband and everything, and I just thought that was amazing, the strength that they have, and it lines up to the end of DBZ when we see him with Videl and Pan, and I know Gohan and Videl as characters, they've gone downhill compared to where they were in the Buu saga. Oh, and speaking of the Buu saga, I know, even though it's only filler and only in the movies, I think one of the cutest things I've seen in Dragon Ball has to be the whole Great Saiyaman, Saiyawoman duel thing, because at the beginning of the Buu saga, Videl thought it was absolutely lame that Gohan was doing this gimmick, but then she falls so much in love with Gohan that by the end of the saga, she's now doing that very same lame gimmick with him. I just thought it was adorable, showing just how much love can affect a person. But when you look at them as a couple, I mean, Gohan, he ended up going ahead becoming a scholar. He's got himself a nice house. Him and Videl are a happy couple. They're raising their own daughter. They want the responsibility of raising their own. Truly, to me, Gohan really exceeded his parents in that aspect, and whatever they're lacking fighting, he more than makes up for it in life, and that's why they are the greatest couple to me in Dragon Ball. One thing thing I also forgot to mention about Gohan and Videl, I think the way Toriyama did Gohan, the reveal of Pan being born, and how it tied into the Super Saiyan God and everything, one of the most beautiful moments in all of Dragon Ball history. Gohan's immediate reaction to Videl, knowing like we're gonna have a baby, just oh my gosh, I love this
really
couple so much. All right. I saved you for the main event of this topic because Lennox cannot stand Gohan. Lennox hates Gohan. He buries
I still hate the character.
So I hate the character. I can't.
But did
wait
you
to
hate
hear-
him in Cell games?
I hate him, period. Like,
Really? I love him in Cell games. I had a crush on him. Oh my gosh.